Okay, here we go. Mafs UK Season 10, Episode 27, The Homestays, Part 1.
We started off with Leo and April.
Yeah, Leo and April. Let's face it, they just ain't going to make it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I found it interesting that when his friends said, you're just not going to make it, it was like, how dare they? Then when her family said, you're just not going to make it, it's like, yes, I know.
I think the producers were involved in her not coming to his family one because they knew that from the wedding they would have thought that she's the perfect woman for him.
No, I think it was on her.
Okay.
I think, look, she came across as really sort of fun and boho and
Bubbly, which
and
she's
bubbly.
not.
But she's quite a negative little Nancy.
She's very dark.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
still quite
but-
like her, but she's just got that negative energy.
Yeah, they really emphasise that there's always a drink in her hand.
Yeah.
I've really picked up on that now. Yeah, she seemed very sort of, a bit on the back foot, a little bit defensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, when his friends said it's a no-go, she was defensive. When her family said it's a no-go, she was like in full agreement.
Yeah, it was like an acceptance. Oh, okay.
But she's been saying it for weeks.
Yeah.
That's the thing. She's been saying, when they said what she's been saying for weeks, but I suppose they turned it that he wasn't being him. And why would he be himself? She's been very judgmental and been requiring him to come out of his shell and requiring him to do all of this, while he's just been fully accepting of her. So I'm not sure if that in itself has made her feel superior. There's a lot of people, the biggest ick for a lot of people is for someone to want them too much, because that makes the person who is wanted too much feel like they're settling for someone who's inferior. So it is a serious ick. I think that's what we're dealing with. Well, to be fair, we're not dealing with Diddley.
No.
We're just looking at it and making snide comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not looking good, is it?
No.
Bailey.
Okay.
Yeah. It was coming.
The big issue is they are a long way physically apart. Like, even by Australian standards, they're a long way apart.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you and I spent half of our engagement on different planets, different hemispheres,
Planets.
Felt like it probably.
different parts of the planet, different hemispheres at least.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
there's no doubt about that. Like, I was here and you were there
But
for
you
a
had
large part of it.
You had the intent to get together, though. You had the intent to settle
Well,
down
they
in one
could
spot.
have the intent to get together, but and I really didn't like the preview of her mother, Rebecca's mother, saying, "I want you to be happy, but I want you to be happy here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get
well
over
done.
yourself, Mum."
At home. Look, we had that conversation. The priest had the conversation.
Now,
With
Caitlin,
us.
if you ever leave home, you're in all sorts of trouble.
Okay, good to
But
know.
Rebecca should be able to.
Your union, your marriage is your family now.
Yeah.
The family who birthed you and siblings, etc., go to that next level out. Anyway,
But
it's
that's
not
the only
already,
challenge they have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like we all didn't know. And if he can't just, he doesn't have Bluebell all the time anyway. So
He can't up and leave his daughter. The end.
Yeah.
And he's got a very capital-intensive business sitting there
yeah,
that he can't just.
you can't just
you can't just move.
you can't just pick up that brewery and that micro brewery and move it.
Now, she's got something that she spent a lot of time developing as well,
Yep.
but arguably it's more transportable.
Look, she could branch out.
She could.
She could keep that one running, yeah, and have someone manage that. 'Cause someone's clearly doing it right now.
But that's the same story with the brewery. It really comes down to Bluebell.
It highlighted it, and we saw, I think, the reality of that for them. That, long distance, it's going to be incredibly hard because, they've got businesses.
Yeah.
So it's not even like they can do can I renegotiate and work
Yeah, change
4
my
days
contract.
a week or
And
whatever.
They
you know.
do businesses that are tangible. There's not something. I mean, you can't brew beer from home. You can't inject someone's face from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't do that on a Zoom call.
Yeah, they're not. It's not remote work.
One day the technology will allow you to, but right now, no.
Yeah. So do we get on to Leah's homestay?
I still like Leah.
Yeah.
I still think Lee is a princess in the worst possible way.
Yeah. I think it's fairly justified for how Lee is feeling. Not all of it, but for the feeling that she's had people in the past cheat on her, and Leah is really friendly with other people.
Yeah.
But I think that that's her issue rather than a Leah issue.
Yes.
Like, I feel like she's completely okay to be upset with how she's feeling, but it's not on Leah to change how she's behaving because Leah's not doing anything wrong.
and,
You need to
and
change your
there's-
mindset on it, maybe? I don't know.
And there's a point on that needs to be said. Lee's own words were, I asked for someone who could work a room.
Yeah.
So she literally asked for this. So if you ask for it and you receive it, you then can't be all grumpy about it.
Yeah.
You got to at least suck it up and accept it to some extent.
Might be the edits, but there's an awful lot of eye rolls from that girl.
Yeah. Having said that, Leah gives her own back in the eye roll department. She
Yeah.
does it in a much sweeter way, but in a mischievous way. She's like, yeah, I can do that anyway.
She's fun about it.
Lee's eye rolls are a...
Nasty eye roll.
here we go again.
Yeah.
I just don't believe anything you're saying. You're just lying.
Yeah.
It's like, just, there never has been. She never has trusted Leah
No.
from the beginning.
No, not
because the
from-
bottom line is that she can't trust anybody. So if you can't trust anybody, and possibly herself, because if she could trust herself and be secure enough in herself to know that's in the past, this is now, and the future hasn't happened yet. However, if I'm going to continually project about what happened in the past, guess what? It's going to happen in the future. Moving on, that's exactly the same thing for Nelly, but we'll just loop back to her.
But I'm just going to say, with
Ooh.
Lee and Leah, I think a really big part of what's going on is, like you say, if it's punishing the now for the old, right? And that's a serious thing. Anyway, we'll move on.
Where's the dog?
Okay, I know you missed the dog.
It's a really cute dog.
It is a
Everybody
really cute dog.
else, when they go to homestays, their
dog
pets are
comes
there.
out.
Where is the dog's name? Coco? Someone tell me. Drop it in the comments.
Lee doesn't like the dog.
Bailey's got a dog.
Lee doesn't like dogs. Is that correct? Yeah.
That's not okay. You can't get rid of that dog.
No.
That's
Listen, they're not getting rid of the dog. They put it on a farm. Really nice
They didn't
farm.
send the dog. Don't send Coco to the farm.
No! If that's her name, sorry if that's
Yeah, it
not
might
her
be the
name.
dog's
But
name,
anyway, we were worried about where is Leah's dog.
Leah's dog.
Where is
We don't
Leah's
care about
dog?
Lee's dog if she's even got a dog.
Leah
doesn't.
No, Lee does have a dog.
Anyway, so, Leah did the whole romantic dinner thing. And then, again, little negative Nancy. Are they real? What do you think they are? Do you think the roses were made out of Post-it notes?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
if
she
they
just
are,
tore
they're
up-
legendary.
Yeah, she just tore up red Post-it notes and threw
Yes.
them about.
Next time they do a nice dinner for that, Leah's going to give her a bushel of roses, but without the petals on them, so she knows where they came from, too. Locally sourced. from your flower bouquet.
She rolled someone at the British Legion and took all of the poppies, and tore them up.
No!
So we go to John and Abby. I mean,
They're golden.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're golden. They're sweet. Everything's good. Then we move on to Negative Nelly and her flatmate, who basically just ambushed Stephen, and we know full well that he was
He was on
coerced
Hinge.
into going to Manchester, or he was told he needed to go. Anyway, he went to
He
Manchester.
went to Manchester.
Yeah.
He went to Manchester, and it was just the flatmate was just waiting in the room to pounce on him as she came out and did the.
It's so notable. It's so notable that there was one night when Nelly and her were together, when Stephen wasn't there. She got the text saying that I'm coming over, and the flatmate waited for Stephen to get there to go Hinge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have too, but still.
Look,
the
we
thing
don't
on-
know the story to that. Look, identity theft happens every 0.25 seconds, so hey.
I would put money on the fact that he's on Hinge, but to not accept that identity theft happens, which just so happens to be the number one crime pretty much in the Western world these days.
Yeah.
identity theft and fraud, internet fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To not accept that that could be a possibility is a bit rude. But
Yeah.
he's totally on Hinge.
he's so on Hinge. Do you know 82% of statistics are made up?
I think it's 84% now.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
So
I
just made
mean,
that one
it
up.
was just loaded. They spent the time with the flatmate bagging him. She just bagged him. She didn't say to
She
Nelly,
was employed.
Nelly, you know that as your flatmate, I love you, but you are a little bit needy. No home truths there.
No.
No,
Hey, why have to put yourself to home truths when you can just bag the guy?
Listen, Nelly, I think what we should be thinking about is your flatmate matched with Stephen. So,
She did too.
yeah.
just saying, she didn't screenshot it. She matched and she initiated conversation.
Yeah, that is telling in itself. And so
It's
then,
it's not really. Come
and
on,
then,
still.
and then we see the previews. We see the previews. We see Leisha and Reese. They seem pretty sweet, although her
someone,
friends questioned their relationship to Reese about.
But that's because of how he was at the wedding, wasn't it?
And
Yeah.
Probably the dog bite thing and
Yeah.
other stuff
If
they
they
will have
heard
heard.
about it, yeah.
yeah.
Like at the beginning, he was Robbie Rotten, and
Yeah.
he seems to have come around now.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna call him Robbie Rotten anymore.
No. Okay. And then
Robbie regular.
who else did we see? Ashley and Grace. Of course, they went home separately. Of course,
They're home people.
Grace's friends basically
Backed her up.
backed her up. At this point in time, if you didn't know she had family, you'd swear that she's just a person in the world
She
on
just
her own.
spawned into
She
a
has
video
no
game.
family. They've all already passed away or something because there's no mention of family. No one's ever seen the family. Actually,
No,
are
there
the-
was mention. There's
there?
mention that she came from an Australian family.
That is true.
Therefore, she has banter, and if you don't believe her, you're a misogynist, because her
So-
banter's great.
So Ashley went home, and of course his siblings. Oh, bless them. They're like, Ash, you've still got your wedding ring on. Like
Yeah.
you're still
You're still there, buddy.
trying,
You're in
mate.
denial of the fate of this
And
marriage.
of course he is, because Ashley is
Stand-up
Nice
guy.
guy.
he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
And just outside of the actual show, it popped up on my newsfeed that she's apparently been hanging nasty words on him on the socials already.
Dude, all of the couples so far have done something to break Mafs rules and waiting to talk till the show's finished.
Apparently, he's been seen socialising with Stephen, and she responded to someone online saying, "If you think Ashley's a nice guy, he's been spending time with Stephen,"
Wow.
or something like that.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
that was the vibe I got out of it.
he-
I don't know the actual.
They also have a whole heap of PR events that you probably didn't get
Did
invited
they all have to go to
Grace.
together?
Yeah, because they went, oh, good Lord, we can't be dealing with that. But,
Actually,
I won't be paraded out like a piece of meat.
That's
Look, it's
exactly
in your
right.
contract.
It's in
Come
your
on,
contract.
Grace.
You've got PR stuff that you
It's
have to
not-
do,
we're-
okay?
We're not asking you to go like naked. You don't have to do a striptease. You're not being
right.
paraded out like a piece of meat.
It was
Right, we
between,
just
it was
said-
between the accept cookies box and the privacy conditions right there. It says strip of meat right there. You ticked it.
No, it doesn't say that. I'm sure.
They said
Maybe.
you had to go to Chelmsford to go to the races for the day. They said that you had to go to the theme park, to Thorpe Park or whatever it was, right?
Did they do all these things?
Yeah, they appear to have. There's bits and pieces
I
on
might
there.
go on Mafs.
Okay, there's a thing on one of the Facebook things that you asked me to dump screen because we just nearly wet ourselves laughing at the comments. But this person has put on there, and you said, "Oh, I want you to dump screen this and
Yeah,
read
I
it."
remember.
So okay. So this person says, "I was wondering if the people on this year's series are watching along with us,
Yep.
cringing at some of their behaviour, particularly Grace." Then she posted this on her social media a few days ago. This was, so if we go back, this is last week, guys.
Yeah, this
so
is probably
Halloween.
Thursday
It was
last
Halloween.
week.
Yeah, it was the
Wednesday,
31st.
Thursday.
A few days ago, and it answered my question. She posted, "On Mafs, I found myself very concerned for everyone's mental health. I have extensive training in safeguarding, so I found it very hard to relax as a contributor with everything I was witnessing and experiencing. Allowing things to play out for the cameras," just going to stop there because it's a reality TV show and that's part of the contract.
Yep.
Anyway, allowing things to play out for the cameras went against my every instinct. Having such acute awareness,
She's so
empathy,
aware.
and observational skills made the process way harder to navigate anything.
She's got a certificate in all those.
She's got
Empathy, observational skills,
She's
green
got a
tick,
s-
green tick, yeah.
She's got a certificate in empathy.
Yeah,
She
it's
probably
hanging.
wants to present that to Ashley.
Yeah, it's on the wall
Look,
next to the
I
diploma.
am empathetic. Look, right there. I got 68% in my test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more empathetic than you.
I passed. It says 51%, okay?
Yeah.
So
She
there
didn't
was
do
a lot
much-
of comments. We didn't screenshot those, but there
She
was a
didn't
lot
do
of
much
comments.
safeguarding of Ashley.
We laughed our backsides off. A lot of other people who've trained basically said, "What a load of nonsense."
I once knew
Yeah.
a marriage counsellor who was on her third.
Listen, coaches don't play.
Okay. It's one of those things where you can have the certificate in empathy and not know how to show empathy.
What's the saying? Those who
Those-
can't do.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why
Those who
Grace...
can do, those who can't teach. The thing is, this whole idea of letting it play out for the cameras, it's not really necessarily let it play out for the cameras. It's the people in the relationships have to go through the process. You can't just butt in, Grace,
Yeah.
and tell them, he's bad, you're good, because, and it'll always be, he's bad, you're good, because, yeah. Except with Lee and Leah, that would have been very confusing for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... Ultimately, Grace, you're just annoying. Go
Also-
away, please.
Letting it play for the cameras. You are part of the bubble. You can you can move around. We're watching you. You are
Yep.
being recorded. You are playing out no matter what you do.
Well, this is where, of course, we've seen it, and we saw it last week when, she followed him. He said no. Then she said, "Can I put my arm around you?" He said no. She still went ahead and did it.
Did you say no?
Yeah, he did.
That
and
was
she
her
still,
empathy.
She still went ahead and did it. Now, let's just role reverse that.
She was safeguarding.
Let's role reverse that.
Yeah.
If he had tried to comfort her,
And she
Because it
said
was the-
no. If she'd left and he said, I'm coming too, and he said, and she said no, and he did, stalker behaviour.
Yep.
If he said, can I put my arm around you, and she said no, and he did, that would probably...
That's non-consensual touching.
That's
Yeah.
non-consensual touching, and that would probably be played out as assault. So, Grace,
Yep.
very naughty.
Yep. But she has treated him and spoken about him like he is a subject inside her experiment, inside the experiment. So, question, people. Is Grace trying to line herself up to have an after show like the Cinder, or try and worm her way in on the panel?
I still think she's going to write a book,
Yep.
or she's going to set up a podcast,
Both.
or a book and a podcast.
Yep.
What did they used to? They used to say on Community, was it 3 series in a movie or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sick of her. Let's move on.
So that's it. We're done.
We're done.
We're
Yep.
done. Thanks for watching,
We've
people.
saved the worst till last.
Thanks to our 52 subscribers. You
Let's-
rock.
Let's fade to the beach, because today at Homestays, everybody seemed to go to the beach.
Yeah.
Fade to the beach.
Fade to
Fade
the
to
beach.
the beach.
Everybody, to the beach.
To the beach.
To the beach.
Oh, I'm caught in a riptide. Help. Help.
Swim across. Swim across.
Okay.
You never... It's the same rule as in all the movies. You always swim across.
That's true, Indiana Jones
That's
Boulder.
right.
There's a lot of...
Something's coming for you.
All you have to do,
Run
if Indiana
sideways.
Jones
Yeah.
had just stepped aside into one of those little...
Yeah.
It would have been fine. Just let the
Yeah.
ball go past.
Yeah.
There's a lot of threats in
I
this
think
beach
that-
right now.